Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to have together the present perfect tense. Okay, so this is our lesson for today. Let's start to see what do we have. First of all, we are going to know what's the meaning of the present perfect tense. Okay, the present perfect tense, it's something that happened before now. Okay, let's see the usage of this verb. It's a recent action which happened at an unstated time in the past. Okay, so it's a recent action. Okay, it's an action that happened before now. Let's see an example for this one. Ben has just moved into a new house. Okay, so this is a recent action. Ben has just moved into a new house. It's also an action which started in the past and is still continuing in the present. Okay, like what? For example, here, they have been teachers since 1998. Okay, so they have been teachers since 1998. So they are teachers and they are still working as teachers up till now. Okay. It's also an action which has recently finished and whose results are visible in the present. Okay, so it's an action that it has just finished now. Okay, and I can see the result of this action in front of my eyes. For example, here, if I'm going to say here, the chocolate cake he has made is on the table. So I can see the chocolate cake in front of my eyes on the table, as you see here. Let's continue. This tense is formed using the helping verb or the auxiliary verb have or has, plus the past participle of the main verb. Okay, so this is the form of the verb. I put have or has as a helping verb, and after them I put the verb in the past participle tense. So this is the form of the verb, have or has plus the past participle or the PP. When we are going to write the verb here, we are going to write it like this. We have here the subject pronouns I, you, he, she, and it, and we have also here you, we, and they. Okay, we have these pronouns are singular pronouns and these are plural pronouns. For I here, it will have the verb have. Okay, so you have, he, she, and it, the helping verb of them will be has. Okay, you, we, and they, the helping verb of them will be have. Okay, so we put here I, have, and the past participle tense, like here, played, walked, said, done, seen, studied, and talked. Okay, so here I have played, you have said. Okay, he, she, it has said or done. Okay, you, we, and they have talked or studied. Okay, so I put the subject pronoun, then the helping verb, then after that the PP. To form the past participle, we add ed to the end or to the infinitive form of the regular verbs. Like what? Like here, if I have work or start, so it will be worked or started. Okay? Also, if we have finish, it will be finished. Like here, she has worked here for 20 years. Okay? So I have here the subject pronoun, then the auxiliary verb here has, because I have she and she takes has. So here, she has worked. I put the verb, okay, and at the end ed, and this is the past participle tense of this verb because it's one of the regular verbs. there are spelling changes when forming the past participle. Okay? If the verb ends with y, so we change it to I and add ed. Okay? But only if there is a consonant before the y. So if I have a verb and at the end of this verb letter y, and before letter y we have a consonant, okay? So we are going to delete y and put instead of it I-E-D. Like here, we have try, it will be tried. We have cry, it will be cried. Study, studied. Also, if the verb ends with E only, E, we just add D, not ED. So if we have a verb and at the end of this verb we have letter E, we are going to add D only. Okay? For example, here we have close, it will be closed. Dance, it will be danced. Okay? Double the final consonant after a short stressed vowel if the verb ends in a CVC. Okay? So, if I have a verb and in this verb at the end we have CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, so we are going to double the last letter. For example, here, I have plan, okay? So, CVC, I start from the end of the verb, okay? So here I have N, before N I have a vowel letter A, and before A I have a consonant letter L, okay? So it will be planned, okay? I'm going to double letter N and put ED. The same here for stop and travel. Stop will be stopped and travel will be traveled. Okay? We have some exceptions here. For example, if I have at the end W, X, or Y, okay, and sometimes letter N, so I'm not going to double the last letter, okay? Like here, mix will be mixed, play will be played, snow, snowed, listen will be listened. I'm not going to double the last letter, okay? We have the irregular verbs. For the irregular verbs, we are going to study them as you see here, okay? Be, verb to be, am, is, or are will be in the past participle been, okay? Have will be had. Have or has will be had, okay? Do will be done. Say, said, okay? Go, gone, and so on, okay? So we have to study these verbs and the irregular of them here. The last tense or the third tense, okay? The PP. Let's see the negative form of this verb, okay? So when we are going to put this verb in the negative, we're going to add not for the helping verb. For example here, have will be haven't, okay? And has will be hasn't, okay? And I put the verb in the PP. So here, for example, I have here, I haven't played. You haven't walked, okay? He or she or it hasn't done, okay? And so on. For the question form here, I have the singular, okay, and the plural. For the plural, I use have, okay? For the singular, I use has, okay? So here, I put the helping verb at the beginning or at the beginning of the question. Then after that, I put the subject pronoun. Then at the end, I put the verb in the past participle tense. For the keywords of the present perfect, the first one here, just and already, okay? They come between the helping verb and the past participle, okay? It's very important to know where they come, okay? So here, just and already, they come between the helping verb and the past participle. For example here, I have just finished my work. Just comes here between the helping verb and the past participle tense of the verb. Then here, for she has already gone to school. Already comes here between the helping verb and the past participle tense of the verb. We have also recently and lately either come at the end of the sentence or in the middle. So they come at the end of the sentence and sometimes they come in the middle. For example here, I have been to London recently. She has felt depressed lately. Okay? They have recently drunk their milk. Okay? Also we have yet. It comes with the negative form or the question at the end of the sentence. For example here, I haven't finished my work yet. Okay, so I put the verb here in the negative form because I have yet, and yet comes with the negative form of the sentence, okay, or with the negative sentence. And here, have you seen this film yet? Question mark, because this is a question, okay, so yet comes with the negative form of the verb and it also comes with the question form. We also have never. It comes with the negative form of the sentence between the helping verb and the past participle tense. For example here, I have just seen this movie. I'm going to change this sentence into the negative form using never, okay? So it will be like this. I have never seen this movie. Instead of putting just, I'm going to delete just and put instead of it never, okay? So it will be, I have never seen this movie. We also have ever here. It comes with the question between the subject and the past participle verb, okay? So it comes between the subject and the past participle verb, like here. We have, has she ever cleaned her room? Have you ever been to Paris? Okay. Also we have since and for, okay, and since refers to the point or a particular time when the action started. For refers to the duration of the action, okay? So for, I use for the duration of the action, and since for a particular time. For example here, since Christmas, 9 o'clock, 19th July, and so on, okay? For centuries, a short time, a long time, and so on, okay? So since, after since I have a particular time, but after for I have the duration of the action. Okay? Number 7 here, we have gone to, been in. Okay, what's the difference between the three? The first one here, we're going to read the example to know the difference between each one of them. Dan has gone to the library. He will be back soon. Okay, so that means he isn't here and hasn't returned back yet. Okay, so he went and he hasn't returned back yet. Okay, for the second one, been to. I have been to England 3 times. I am in Egypt now. So that means I went to England and came back. Now, I'm not in England, I'm in Egypt. So that means that he went and he came back. The last one here, been in. Sarah has been in Paris for 3 years. Sarah is staying in Paris for 3 years. She went there and she is still there. So that means that Sarah lived in Paris, okay? She is still in Paris. Thank you, my dear students. See you later. Goodbye.